Hey everyone, hope you all are doing well. As I promised, this is the video for summarizing what the Brick Bodies tour was like yesterday when we went in to kind of see how the layout and what had changed. So, bear with me. This is going to be a bit of a change for a lot of us. It's only going to be temporary, so I'm going to just put that out there right off the bat. We don't know how long the changes are going to be in effect for. Sure, it's going to be, a little inconvenient at times, but I believe that we can get through this together, and thankfully we do have a lot of options available for training, both in and outside of the club. So let me first discuss what the training environment and what the gym environment is going to be like when we get back into Brick Bodies. So, as you all know, 6 feet social distancing is still going to be in effect throughout the entire club. So that's a pretty decent distance away from people. I'm not going to be able to have any hands-on cueing with you guys. I'm going to need to keep my distance when I'm training you. When you're coming into the club, just for your understanding of what we're being put through as trainers, we are going to need to fill out a questionnaire to make sure that we are, not experiencing any COVID symptoms. We're going to have our temperatures checked every time that we come into the gym. And if anything is off par, or if we've, God forbid, had any kind of exposure, we're going to need to self-quarantine ourselves, and we'd be in touch to kind of communicate that. But we are going to be required to wear face masks. I think we might need to wear gloves. In addition to that, you guys are going to have the option to wear masks or not to. It's up to you. But again, no touching and keeping our distance. So when you come into the club, there's going to be 2 lines. One of them is going to be for appointment only, and one of them is going to be for like the group classes, and I think I really forget what the second line is. I was focusing more on the appointment only because that's what's going to apply for us, for me, for coming in, and for you guys for telling somebody at the front desk that, hey, I have an appointment with Tessa at such and such a time, and then they're going to confirm that, and then you're going to be allowed on the gym floor. Our capacity is going to be severely limited, so be mindful of that. If you are coming in to train, then your appointment block is going to confirm your time in the club. So you will not need to reserve your time like other patrons will need to for club usage. So if you're coming into the gym on your own without an appointment with me, then you're going to be required to sign up for an appointment time slot, which the gym's going to be open in 90-minute intervals with a 15-minute closure throughout the day, Monday through Sunday. So if you're coming in for your own training, then you will need to reserve a time. And you can reserve your time up to a week in advance. But that's going to be done through MindBody. It's a really, really simple procedure. We did it while we were there in the club. All you do is need to make sure you have an account with MindBody, and then you will just pick a time slot, and you would say, hey, I'm going to be there at this time. And then if that time is available, then you'll get a confirmation window, and everything will be set and good. Be mindful that we do have like 10,000 members in the club, maybe a little bit more. So if we do reach capacity for a number of people in the club, then you will not be able to train during that window. You might be put on a reserve list where if somebody says, oh, I'm not going to come in, then you'll probably get a notification that, hey, this time slot became available. If you want to come in and train, then, feel free to. But yeah, so you're going to need to reserve your time in the gym if you're not seeing me to train. So when you go into the club, you'll notice there are no longer any kind of coffee machine. There's no mints. There's no towels. And the water fountains will not be working aside from the water refill station. So make sure that you are bringing along a towel, a water bottle, and any kind of band as well that you want to use. I think that we all probably have bands at this point, like the little mini infinity bands that we use for like our warm-ups and that kind of stuff. it'd probably be best for you to have a little duffel to kind of carry that around in, all these three things, and then you'll be, comfortable or more comfortable training because you'll have access to these things. Same thing goes for your yoga mats, because we will not have any kind of like mats for say floor work or anything like that. It's going to be they're going to be taken down because it's going to be hard to sanitize those after so many people come in and through. So that's that. For the locker rooms, we are going to have a clean team available, and they're not necessarily there to clean up after you. They're going to be there to educate you on how to clean, one, your equipment that you're using at the gym, like the cardio equipment, all the touch points, two, how to clean your lockers and your key area in the locker room. So when you enter the locker room, you're going to need to keep 6 feet away from everybody as well. For that, you have the tileway, like a little walkway, and then in the actual locker section, there's like a cutout for lockers that's carpeted with benches. There's only going to be like 1 or 2 people allowed in the carpeted area at any time, so you're going to need to wait your turn for going onto the carpet and, changing and all that fun stuff before you work out or after you work out. That's just going to be how the locker rooms operate. The bathroom stalls, all those are going to be fully operational. The the sinks. The sinks are going to be blocked off, so only every other sink is going to be available. So it might get a little bit crowded in the bathroom. There might be a line when you're waiting up front because, again, keeping 6 feet. So make sure that you are coming early for your appointment, because there is going to be a waiting period. I'm sure of it. So when we get on the floor, the layout for the gym is going to be different. If you're training with me, we're not going to have access to the equipment, okay? Repeating that, we will not have access to the equipment. We will have little training pods, all right? So the basketball court, the boxing room that has all the TRX traps all the way around it, those 2 rooms are going to be reserved for personal training only. You're not going to be allowed in there if you're just going in to work out. And these areas have like a 8 foot by 8 foot like square block designating the training areas within the section. And some cubes will have like a TRX trap. Some cubes will have benches. Some cubes will have, I think that's about it. But we'll have access to dumbbells. We'll have access to kettlebells. And we may be able to reserve time for a lifting platform, like the barbell platforms for back squats and that kind of stuff. But there's only going to be one of the platforms available for trainers to use. It may in the future become 2 platforms, but upon first opening up, it's only going to be 1 platform. And if that's taken by another trainer, then I'm sorry, we're not going to be able to use that. So basically what I'm saying is, we're going to have access as trainers training our clients to an 8 foot by 8 foot area, and we might have a bench, we might have a TRX trap, we will have kettlebells, we will have dumbbells, we will have resistance bands, and body weight. Yay. So it's going to be, it is what it is, guys. I'm sorry. But we can get a lot done with, what we have available as well. I know some of you have home gyms. So virtual training is still an option if you're feeling limited in the equipment. Like I said, this is all temporary, so just bear with us for the time being. For the cable machines and whatnot, when you are coming in for yourself, there is going to be it's hard to maintain 6 feet of space when somebody's on like the lat pull down, for instance, and the inside like tricep extension or the inside cables of those like Synergy machines that we have. They're like the only real cable machines we have in the gym. So a part of one might be blocked off and open on the other one across the gym. So just kind of, I'm sure you'll be seeing this as you get in there, become more comfortable with the environment. But in terms of training, that's what that's going to look like, okay? So we're not going to have access to any of the cable machines at this point. We're going to be restricted to dumbbells and kettlebells and body weight and maybe a bench, all right? So for the training time slots, I told you that are going to be open for 90 minutes, close for 15, open for 90 minutes, close for 15. Those 15 minutes are going to make sure that we can get everybody out of the gym and then bring in the next group of people that are coming in. And for, sanitizing machines and all that kind of fun stuff, but mostly just keeping to the body count, I have a little list here, so I'm just going to read through all these. In terms of disinfecting and all that, we're going to have increased number of hand sanitizers throughout the club. We're going to have increased numbers of wipes throughout the clubs. We're going to have this AirFix system, which is going to continuously sanitize the air as it's getting, brought in and out, just recycled and cleaned in that sense. Every 14 days, we're going to have the club fogged. So that might mean the turf area is going to be fogged one day, and then the box room is going to be fogged another day, and then the pin load equipment is going to be fogged another day. But every 14 days, every area of the club is going to become fogged, which is going to completely kill any germs in that area. All of our hand wipes and all of our cleaners have always been hospital grade. We're going to continue using hospital grade cleaning for all of the equipment, and we're going to make sure that everybody is cleaning off their equipment after use, after the cardio and all of that as well. Like I said, we have a clean team on staff that's going to be enforcing this and educating clients on how to, effectively clean what they are using. So I think that just about covers everything that is new at the gym there. For outside training, we can be training outside, but we're going to need to, bring in and out all the equipment and stuff. We're not going to really have pods set up outside. But in the event that, say, you want to train during a 15-minute time slot that the club is closed for cleaning and for, getting the new wave of people in and out, we can continue training outside. Say you're, short on time or something like that, then we can split our time between inside and outside the gym. For my hours, this is going to be important. I have a number of virtual training clients right now, so I am going to try to limit my time in the gym as much as possible. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to be training exclusively online from home. So I am communicating with a lot of my online clients right now to try to condense my schedule to fit within that Tuesday, Thursday time slot. I have a number of you who have expressed that you want to train in the club. That's fine. So we're going to need to be in contact. Like I said, I'm going to be calling you guys after this video, probably a lot next week, to kind of solidify a schedule with you guys and kind of express again what I'm rehashing in this video about what the restrictions are going to be and what the training environment is going to be like. So bear with us. Like I said, this is all going to be temporary. Make sure you're prepared when you're going into the gym. If you want to try virtual training, if you feel like that's going to be a little bit more convenient for you, if you have equipment at home, if you feel like, the equipment that you have at home is basically the same as what are going to be available at the gym, then give it a try, guys. I've had a lot of fun training people online. I know it's not the same experience, but what's the harm of it, you know? So anyway, I'll be training in the club on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays as of now. My hours may be varying a little bit over the next, like when the club does open, because I'm not really sure what things are going to look like in terms of just the need for me to be in the gym. And again, I'm not going to want to be in there very much when I'm not training people. So let's just have a conversation about it, and then we'll go forward with that. How does that sound? Good? Good. All right, so if you guys have any questions about what the new procedures, or if I missed anything here, I think that I, kind of covered everything, but I only had 1 cup of coffee this morning, and it's possible I missed something. So anyway, thank you for your cooperation and understanding during this transitional period. And I will be happy to take any questions that you guys have and direct them if I don't have the answer. But I am excited to see you guys again, whether it's virtually or in person, and we're going to get through this together. So hope you all have a great weekend, and I will talk to you later. Bye.